First of all, I'd like to start from some things I read, at least, before you started the movie. And you were not defining the Neon Demon as how that the same way you're speaking about it now. You spoke about it as your movie about women and about your relationship with the women, your fears about women. Could you explain me something more about that and how maybe change throughout the whole working process?
Well, I don't think I call it my fear of women, because I don't have any fear of women. I think it's more my obsession with women. And in a way, that's what part of the movie is. It's me stepping into a world that is purely dominated by women and immersing myself into that. It's kind of a fetish that you can exercise through your body in all the various directions. So I think that it's pretty accurate from where I started to where I ended.
Mm. How did you feel you were fitting in this scheme? I mean, I would think that trying to get into a movie like that and into Nicholas' way of conceiving movies is a challenge in itself. So how did you approach this thing, thinking about all the themes that were involved in the movie?
Yeah, well, at first, I heard that Nick was doing a film with a teenage girl as the lead, which was, surprising to me. And I, right away, I just kind of had made up my mind that, all right, well, I want to be a part of this. And then Nick asked me to come meet with him at where he was staying in LA, and I did. And from that meeting, it was kind of, all right, well, we're going to do this together. And he gave me the script and told me about the story and everything. And I wanted to do it even more from then on. And then we kind of meet and discuss, Jesse and kind of the overall scheme of everything. And he explained how he works, which is such a very unique way to everyone else, which I'd never experienced before, of chronological order and collaborating so much with everyone, and especially the main character in the film, and how it's a journey that we take and along the way, and everything has to feel right. So if something feels wrong, let me know and we will change it. And and to me that was wow. I'd never had that. I never felt not that power, but that creative freedom before. So yeah, I loved it. Now it's going to be hard to go back.
I would like to ask you about which part of your thoughts and your personality did you try to challenge with making this movie? You always put some part of your way of thinking, your way of behaving, your way of into your movies. So which is the part that you wanted to stimulate about Nicholas Winding Refn's mind with the Neon Demon?
Well, I don't think it's parts. I think it's everything. It's not like singling it out certain aspects, and it's hard for me to even pin down that. I think that it's always more interesting if there's a mystery of myself in it. Because if I told you, I would ruin Christmas.
I know that you both are pretty satisfied about the mixed reactions and extreme mixed reaction the movie had, for example, in Cannes. And what's about this? What do you want to provoking the audience? I mean, I know that you think about provoking the audience is your task, your duty in a way. But in this case, which were the feelings that you with the movie, you with your performance, you wanted to bring on in the audience?
Well, it's not that we had a plan. It's just the theme of our movie is very provocative, because everyone has an opinion about beauty, and very passionately. And then, of course, how the movie is told and how people react to that kind of storytelling and so forth is individual. But, it's like It's like you're asking a question wanting a certain kind of answer. And all I can say is that there is no way that I'm ever going to give you anything but a reaction. And that's why we're the modernists, you know? And the idea that the past, which is very much, you know, the classics, the classical way, the classical thoughts, the classical approach, don't really apply to us. And for me, it's like we're here as an experience, and that's what you're gonna take with you and think about and be angry about or be happy about. But it's everything.
And how did you feel working in this way? This is radically different from what you've done before. So how did it work for you as an actress to fit into this scheme, which is so uneasy, probably, for you as well?
Well, I mean, it was, you know, I'm still playing a character. I mean, she's still a character who has, you know, who makes a transformation, which most characters do. You know, they start one way at the beginning and they end up, you know, a different way at the end. For me, it was different in the way that, you know, in the way, the working style, but also I think playing someone a little bit, you know, darker, showing the evil side a little bit more, and kind of making that, you know, the innocence not black and white, and making the darkness not black and white, because there is nothing that, you know, is easy about those. So meshing them together and coming up with why Jessie is this way or why she's not. And so for me, I imagine lots of things. So I got to really make my imaginations more of a reality than I had got to previously.